Great day everyone! Welcome back again to Ram's tutorial. If you are new here in my channel, please don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you're updated on my latest videos. Today class, we're going to discuss another episode. Welcome back again to Ram's tutorial. Good day everyone! Welcome back to Ram's tutorial. Today class, we're going to discuss about figurative language. What is a figurative language? A figurative language class refers to a language that deviates from the conventional work order and meaning in order to convey or persuade a complicated meaning, colorful writing, clarity, or evocative comparison. Or another definition for figurative language is that it chooses an ordinary sentence to refer to something without directly stating it. Another class, remember that when talking about figurative language, this is a part of speech rather. So remember we have types of language or figurative language rather. We have simile, metaphor, hyperbole, personification, and synecdoche. And the last one is onomatopoeia. These are the figurative language. But before class, we're going to discuss or we're going to read first the definition of each. Simile means it is a figure of speech that compares two unlike things and uses the words like or asked and are commonly used in everyday communications. So for example, the boy was as brave as a lion in the jungle. So remember class, this uses as. That's a symbol for simile first. Simile class. Second, we have metaphor. What is a metaphor, teacher? Metaphor means is a statement that compares two things that are not alike. So metaphors class do not choose the word like or asked. That's the difference between simile and metaphor. Simile uses as or like, whereas metaphors do not choose the words like or as. That's the difference class between simile and metaphor. Third is hyperbole. But before that, let's have first an example of metaphor is that time is money. This is a very common example. Hyperbole is an exaggeration that is created to emphasize a point or bring out a sense of humor. So for example, that's exaggeration, that's an over. I have told you a million times to wash the dishes. From the word million times. That is exaggerations. That means to say you are saying million times. Okay, that you have to do or you have to clean the dishes. 4. Personifications. A personification class is a type of a figurative language that gives human habits to non-living objects. We know class that non-living objects is that referring to there is no life. Okay, like stones, okay, those chairs, tables, furniture, these are non-living objects. Example, April is the cruelest month of the year. That's referring for a type of figurative language that gives human habits to non-living objects. Synecdoche is a type of figurative language. It uses one part to refer to the whole or the whole. So for example, to refer to the point. Wait, first of all. Okay, class? Okay, again, example of synecdoche is that a set of wheels can be used too. So referring to the word wheels class, it's referred to a vehicle or a vehicle wheels. And another is that a suit refers to a businessman. So it means it's addressed, it's referring to a business, what you call the man, or what you call an entrepreneur. Sixth, we have onomatopoeia. An onomatopoeia class is that a language that names something, or it states an actions that imitating the sounds associated with it. They add some reality to the writing. Example, the fireplace. We know that's fireplace. Remember, this is a hater. Hissed and cracked. So that means to say class actions imitate the sounds associated with it. Okay, that's what you call figurative language. Why is that? That we discuss about figurative language class. Remember, using what we call figurative language not only for our what we call a daily routine or communications. We need this in order to know the definition of each, in order to know their functions and uses of each. Remember class, we just concentrate about simile and metaphor. We have a drills and exercises referring to this. We have, figurative language worksheet. We have 1 to 13 items. We're going to identify whether it's metaphor or simile class. Okay, remember, the first one is that man is an ogre. What is an ogre, Teacher Ram or Teacher Raf? Ogre means class. This is what we call a monster. Okay, it is a legendary what we call part or a monster, or it's a cruel. That man is an ogre or a monster. That means to say this sentence is metaphor. A metaphor. Why a metaphor? Because this sentence shows about what type of man is that. It's referring only to one. Okay? It confers two things, but they do not choose the words like or as. That's a metaphor. Two things. We have a man. What kind of man is an ogre? What is an ogre? That is what we call again a monster. Second, he is as smart as a fox. And what type of sentences is that, Teacher Ram? With uses as, we can say that this is what we call a simile class. What first and underline class? Okay, for number 3, the football player is a giant. So remember class, it's quite clear that this sentence is metaphor without using like or as. It's comparing two things, but this is a metaphor class. For my abs are hard like a rock. It's comparing to a rock. Okay, so hard like by using like. It means to say this is what we call a simile class. 5. That girl is very bright. That means to say we talk about girl that she is a bright student. That means to say we're pointing someone, that girl, but we do not know what is her name rather. This is what we call a metaphor without using the word like or as. 6. The boy is referring to one volcano ready to explode. This is what we call a metaphor. Okay. 7. He is quick as a cat. It's referring that this man is quick as cat. But using as, this is what we call a simile class. Okay, try to follow guys. 8. My student is an angel. Okay, student is an angel. It took about 1. So that means to say this is what we call a metaphor. 9. Please do not cry like a baby. Okay? So, by using word like, this is what we call a simile. 10. The boy runs like the wind. Okay, by using like. So the boy, it compares about that he runs like wind. So it's not, that means to say choose fast. This is simile. Next, 11. He has a heart of a lion. He has a heart of a lion. So we do not use what we call word as and like. This is what we call metaphor. 12. My teacher told me that ideas are wings. So that means to say this is what we call metaphor class. It's quite easy. 13. His mind is as sharp as a samurai sword. By using as, this means, or this sentence is what we call a simile. Remember class, if you are familiar or you are going to thorough understand or read the definition aids and understand their uses and functions, it's quite easy for us to identify the following exercises because we only focus about metaphor and simile, but we tackle 6 definitions of 6 figurative language class. Again guys, okay, don't forget to subscribe to my Ram's tutorial vlog if you are new here in my channel, and thank you again guys for spending your time. God bless everyone and see you on my next videos. Bye bye, good night, and thank you for watching Ram's tutorial vlog.